Welcome, Brother Sabata. Sorry. One of our sister kind of like messed it up by accident.
Let
But anyway,
let me let
kita
me
kati
exit
smart,
and then
kita
come back again
kati smart
because
kan Giberi.
I can't hear anything. Fi sort them money difficult. Let me exit and then I will come back again.
Okay. All right, my fellow brothers and sisters. I'm sorry. لو انت قاعد تسمعوني اعمل thumbs up or just say you listen, you hear me clearly. Because الظاهر like Brother Sabata said, الvoice ما قاعد يظهر كويس. Welcome, Brother Shaul. How you doing? Long time, Shaul. Yeah, I want to hear you from your perspective, brother. Last time you said you're going to talk, but you disappeared, Brother Shaul. What happened? Your link is down there. If you want to come in, it's okay. I think في حاجة حاصل في الاسم شنو ده اللينك بتاعي ما أعرف it's not showing up and then it kind of cut off accidental. One of our sisters kind of like pressed something wrong and then it went off. لو انت قاعد تسمعونا please tell me قاعد تسمعوني كويس لأن الظاهر في ناس قاعد صوتها ما كويس. I don't know. Do you hear me clear, guys? Because I can't tell if you hear me, guys. If you hear me, please say yes, you hear me clear. Hello. Anyone hear me? Okay, so tamam. Thank you, brother. Yes, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. أنا خطيت اللينك هنا قبلك. المشكلة للأسف كان كنا قاعد نتكلم لايف فالخط قطعت. Brother Sabata is here now again. Okay. قاعد تسمعني كويس هسه؟
كده أنا قاعد معاك.
Okay. Yeah. Sister Asantawa كان هنا. يلا المشكلة جا قطعت الخط للأسف. فلو بتعملوا معروف بس share the video on your forums الناس المهتمين بالموضوع. فأنا هنا قاعد نتكلم مع brother Sabata لأنه عايزين نتكلم عن موضوع very important who brought it up earlier. الناس اللي ما جو حضروا الموضوع ده قبلك. The topic is about Equatorial condition كان موضوع. Brother Sabata explained a lot in detail through the political analysis and also based on the cultural analysis and on the social analysis based on what's going on in Equatoria. وكلامه كان كله in point. It was not out of point, but it's in point. So موضوع بتاع brother Sabata قاعد يتكلم خاصة انه هو adding the point of we're gonna go on August في منطقة ده كده ذكرناها again August area فيك تتكلم عنه فأنت عندك البرنامج تقدر to hold and talk about it so you have the forum to speak brother on August yeah عشان
آه
نقدر توضح
شكرا.
لإيكاتوريا لسه جو هسه ده لأنه في تاني ذاته ما عارفين what's going on فتفضل.
شكرا شديد إيثاكا عشان تودي لنا فرصة في بلاتفورم ده كلانا شير معاهم البرنامج الماشي في فينيكس أريزونا around weekend بتاعت يوم 18 شهر 8 2001 the next year. We chose that date because there ayamat Torit mutiny started, and at the same time it will be relevant to basically commemoration with a Torit mutiny at the time. البرنامج ده هو كده. This barnamij is tailored to strengthen what is called the constituent between Nas Equatorians. Because Nas Equatorians are very individualistic. They are very individualistic people. They hardly come together around an agenda and solidify themselves strong around an agenda. And we felt, Al Assassino, this individualism between Equatoria has not been able to help Equatorians to advance any political agenda. And yet, they are suffering big time. So عشان كده فكرنا على أساس إنه اتكلمنا في موضوع بتاع تاب بتاع إيكواتوريا كتير. It is time to put an agenda central and then to rally ourselves around the agenda. An agenda al has a priority alfi yao separation. And is a machine of Phoenix, Arizona hinak. When the people come up there and we officiate that as the agenda al nawazin accomplish al huwa self-determination, we will also listen to the people of Equatoria around at that time. Will they settle for anything else? Say confederation, masalan, if the condition is that the confederation will be given at least in what is called the three former provinces, that Equatoria, Bahar al-Ghazal, or Al-Nil. Can they settle there? If not, if NAS are going to stick on self-determination, then that will be the agenda between the Equatorians. And then the Equatorians also will recognize nation of the Equatoria as the nation of Equatoria had been sometimes back when the British had formed it in between the 1920s and 1930s. We will recognize that nation. And the intention is to call ourselves and recognize that nation of Equatoria, and then structure ourselves as Equatorians so that now to make sure, Al Assassino, will start to identify what is called capacity within the Equatorians themselves. And now to identify lawyers, bitana, engineers, teachers, abunat, and then we want to put them in associations. Reason ala nazu kutuman in associations is because nazu gesimu mosuliyat. And mosuliyat they are going to be tailored to lead us to the goal that we want to accomplish. In other words, anna bikutu an association bitat nas al bukun responsible mahaja bugulu masalan resource mobilization al huwa gurush. Anna kaman bukutu structure bitat nas al bukun responsible majino mobilization. Unas al responsible ma mobilization de, if need be, resources they can legatu ketir, maybe wahid wala itnin zato bagdar gatalo mon ticket. Biro la de northern part of Uganda ena kedera meet ma refugees bitana al Equatorians to carry out some messages al anna bazu Equatorians should have. Anna bazu kaman lawyers bitana. Lawyers bitana de kaman will assign them some specific tasks. Task to carry on with the agenda with self-determination from a diplomatic standpoint. Yala bardu kaman, anna baino association tani, bitat sharp al bifhamu fajat taskiriya here and there, because kaman mobilization bura tetinak bagi akhwana tanin al tetinak digi mobilize. So agenda bitat self-determination de will be pursued from both, from the standpoint of diplomacy and from other forms al bagder jibu self-determination. And when we leave Phoenix, Arizona, at least Annazo al assassino Anna Hajal Gina de Gali Equatorians has already formalized a central issue, of which we'll specifically be talking about. Every activity Anna Gamul is tailored to accomplish that specific objective. Of course, not all Equatorians are going to be there. There will be some committees here and there from within here. Al-Kaman Bazulu, can draw in some of the other Equatorians alma part of it. Even youth. And now some special programs for youth. Youth Youth will be oriented in our history. One of the reasons our youth get very frustrated is because they don't understand their history. Sometimes they try to find who they are. Are they African Americans? Are they Hawajat? Identity. It is time we have to take a responsibility on telling our youth who they are. We have done a very big mistake. Wana bikaling gal mistake al hasil itar hasil min fi awkat bitat hakuma bitat Addis Ababa. Ma yani Jamadel, while they did a lot of good things, lakin as far as syllabus bitana bita education, ma clarified. Ma build education substances. I'll be build the Equatorians to understand who they are. Yani awkat dag data kangay no syllabus private schools. Then as Juba Model, San Joseph, Comboni, boro syllabus min East Africa. Yala schools salta Arabic nas Buluk, Sadaka, Madrasa Koyange, Juba One, del ta Arabic del boro syllabus min North. So in this way, it agili go Equatorians the raba kanta gaino generation bitana re kanta asadumo root someone kanta ken lomangal kodomon follow Tarek bitam borleta mixed up history. Maybe out of who they are, and that is problematic. Ashankida na hardo mangi hold into nationalism almagi exist. Hanu manza to benefice mabe out of we want to change all this. Ubadin anehna itkalamna ketir. Ya Juana, besaraha kida anna itkalamna ketir. Ita nas can do very clear agenda, focus for agenda bitam. Ma bonus ketir. Most of their action will be calculated to obtain that agenda. Abunat bitana kaman alanagara al be accept. Gaining within there, biafam barnamij bitana. Shifta kef. There will be sometimes there will be some collection. Yani faja bugulu second collection. Guys, fi first collection fi kenisa da jatta kenisa yala fi second collection for some special needs. You know? Kanan nendi na munasabat anna alfi wajat bashikil zere umuni ya baamul. Del almazu geni part of the Equatorian, that is fine. Yani at least anna bijam shufta ya Ithaka gibada min 2021 August 18th and Nazar clearly kerebe zapkide yani nas Equatorian salindu Equatoria agenda feraz nas munu nas almindu agenda de khalas anna be distinguished nimsa tanna kida, and then time will go as time go by anna bay nas munia bigale side bitana wala kan fina sal gitala min side anna gara le side tande, then anna baro gal we are not doing a good job in mobilization. We have already talked enough. Ita kan lahisu mafi hajata lanna biga gonu sijidit anna gonu the same things. It is now time to act, to walk the walk, not to talk the talk. Ashankida, Phoenix, Arizona is the turning point. And about to encourage Al Assassino, people should turn Phoenix, Arizona. Now, between this time in Hasadele, Phoenix, Arizona, there's going to be so much that are going to be done. assignments are going to be given here and there, because even the planning better how to hal duf algija for Arizona henagde bainulomon motel rooms at a discounted rate, wala bisibu aizol kedeja zi motel beta bes gerib ma mahalde al nas machine yamul fogo isimteshunule al occasion de shufta kef u nas munu ya betala of flyers, nas munu ba'amal advertisements, you know, hal fi gurush will be needed, nas munu ya betala asan bijonu sukalamta gurush bikowinu committee al belega to gurush nas munu ya bigani committee, you know, all these are going to be done within from now on probably to the next 3 months, and then catching from there all the way lahadi zamandagde will just be working to get that plan accomplished. Once that plan gets accomplished, in Arizona, we have known already, we have formalized an agenda, and we are working specifically to obtain that agenda. There is a website, and we are going to update a number of things, brother Ithaka. Nation of Equatoria, the website. Yani, first of all, anna be promote fananin bitana, anna be promote business people bitana for website dag, anna be promote abunat bitana mahalat bitakana istoman kanwen ashanta kan mashe ita ana arf ita guide wen ita kan jit fi state tani ita kana zora fi kenisa ita bedakal for website dag ita bayar of kenisa de address to kida ita burana kita baro gal de wide min abunat tan nasla ita kan zola al artist ita ju promote fanan ita bedakal for website da kita kan ga en fanan da kita baro galde fanan tan nasal ma zugeni manna khalas ma bigeni part bitana. This is how we are going to we identify ourselves clearly, because kalam al nas gigeni fi news kef the magi side, yeah brother. So all this is going to be drawn. August 18th is going to be the cutting line, and then we will know who is who. Shufta kef. There is going to be so much that's going to be discussed Yom Dagde. And then following that, here's the thing. Following that, programs Algram Hulule Youth Bitana. As I've told you, Al Assassino, there is going to be an association between Nas Algelega to Gurush. And then out of Gurush Algelega today, come on, sometimes we'll do workshops to orient our youth. And I'm not an expert on how to orient youth. أنا متأكد عندنا ناس عندنا شاب في ناس البيبيني في ناس اللي عنده خبرة on how to orient youth. Okay, we could do workshops. أما بعمل في Iowa once a year. أما the next year بعمل في Tennessee. Youth began at so that we build them in a specific agenda, and we build them to understand who they are. We have been negligent all this time, but what al nas magigeni strategic de ma quest. What al nas gigeni arbitrary, random, sambala de ma beside. But the as nas begini very strategic. Anna be promote business people bitana. Kanta makanaki. Kanta zol gibi fi store. Anna be make sure al assassino at least Equatorian salina fi state bitakonde kede geni at least your permanent customers. Ile kanta bika mai wala isala kan bika store takide saba mile ana bera beam store takide na. This is how we will be supporting ourselves. We will support ourselves be I know fi business fi ayi haja. And we will hold ourselves as brothers. Lain what alnas again is sambala aizola alaz again individualist. Alder again individualist. Begin individualists outside our circle. Na mind na mushkila. Lakin kano gejeje na kaman manit bijuabo beteri galve. Yes. We will have a clear plan.
Thank you. Yes, sir. As you hear, my fellow brothers and sisters of Equatorians, Brother Sabata has spoken that in August we have to gather together in the US, and it's really a very important think we do because, as you see, this is one of our brother who felt and thought about it carefully, and I really appreciate, and even I support that idea that we need to come together on August 8th, because even that reminds us of where the mutiny is it, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong, the mutiny started in August 8th, right?
18th يوم
Yeah, I
18.
think August في August 18, right? Yes,
في
August
فيلم
18. There was a time where Anyanya Gamu. If you know about Anyanya, near Equatorian, you're supposed to be very proud because this is where the Pan Africanist organization or the revolutionary group who came up against the Arab remnants of Khartoum, who wanted us to be part of the North or part of Arab nationalism, when we as South Sudanese did not believe in that. And that's why it kind of like August. It means it holds a big gesture, a big importance to us as South Sudanese, and especially for us as Equatorians. For most of the others, they don't care. Now they are holding SLM as one of the the protagonist of the whole era of revolution. But in reality, the real protagonist that came up with the Pan-African Revolution started in Anyanya on August 18, and that's why even our brother Sabata said, for us, Equatorian, to know ourselves, we need to go back and dig deep into our history, to what how our founding fathers or those leaders and elders of us who left a legacy for us, but we don't want to go. I mean, sadly, we act like lazy people, don't want to find out the truth, and today the truth is there, but we need to come in together, and those who are advocates, like Brother Sabata, like anyone who talks about Equatoria, they are talking about what is really about Equatoria. Equatoria have a legacy. Equatoria did not just came in yesterday, like, or 1983. Equatoria existed in a biblical time. Equatoria existed before even the Ottomans or the Romans or the Greeks or the Europeans came and attacked our land. And today we see some people from nomadic tribe wanted to come and say, "Oh, we are the one who shaped the history of South Sudan," and they want to say we're the one liberated you. So you Equatorians, you need to know where is your importance. Instead of denying your rights, being afraid of standing up for your rights, it just shows the enemy are advancing, and you giving a lot of opportunity for the enemy. Our brother says that on August next year, we need to come together and define ourselves, because that's what he wants us to define ourselves. And to when we define ourselves, does not mean that we have to just come and talk and leave. No, we will make an we will make an assertion to what we want, because this is our future. And I know a lot of us, when they come there, those who believe in Equatoria, I know they will come in there and we will promote it. We will continue talk about this August 18. The time is going to happen next year. And by that time, even, it will be a lot of progress for us. And I appreciate Brother Sabata even gave his time and his commitment that August 18 must be. And I'm going to support him 100%. And we need every Equatorian who believe in Equatoria need to support Brother Zapata on that time. August 18, this is the discussion. Even for those in NAS, they need to come in there. Don't tell me that you are NAS, you don't want to be part of it. You need to come in there because this is a discussion about our home, about our destiny, about our land. It doesn't matter what your political affiliation is, but you need to come there to speak and talk, because we need to come into a real clear definition to what we want as people of Equatoria. Because if we don't do that, those enemies out there who are occupying our land, starting from Juba to all these other territories in central, western, and eastern Equatoria, now they are, salvaging our minerals, taking our lands, and kicking our men and killing them, and then our women are being taken as their booty, or what we call it, like their salvage of war. That is not right. We need to stand up. So all Equatorians need to take action on that. And this is not something to be talked about. This is something to be very much concerned. And right now we're coming here. We're not wasting our time. We're giving our time. Everybody works. Everybody do his best. But we are coming here because we care about Equatoria. And please, and I'm gonna promote this thing tomorrow, even when I get a chance in my work, because I'm working tomorrow in the morning, but I'm still gonna be in afternoon. I'll talk about it. لو انت عندك فرصة brother Sabata, أنا بجيبك كأنت ما تعبان. I will be you and me, and we will talk about it for at least like 15, 30 minutes, and then you can promote it again, because we need to talk about this August 18th. And this is very important day for us to come up and speak about it, عشان احنا كلنا نجتمع كإيكاتوريان ونغير وضع بتاعنا، وده حاجة مهم جدا. ده ما كلام ساكت، ده حاجة مهم زي اللي عملناه في دي سي. we're gonna do it again on August 18th, and this is we're gonna declare Equatoria rights. واللي كان في أوروبا كان عنده فرصة ذاته يجي خليه يجهز حاله من الوقت ده. هسه already خلاص في vaccine بتاع كورونا فيروس. ف a lot of people عندهم أخذوا vaccine, they can actually get apply for flying and coming to United States, and we will figure out, احنا كجروب تاع Equatorian, we will figure out how people بيجي في مكان بيقدروا يفوقوا كaccommodation عشان يقدر يجوا لما نجي نجتمع بيكون كمية كبير من Equatorian intellectuals and non-intellectual. It doesn't matter because احنا كلنا Equatorian concerned citizens to come together and make a change. So أرجوكم تعالوا. This is very important thing for us. And I want to thank you so much, Brother Sabata, for this, because this is very important thing, and I'm really proud of you. You volunteered to do this thing, because instead of doing like it's supposed to be this year كان عندك برنامج، لكن طبعا unfortunately الكورونا جاء لخبط الوضع كله. لكن إن شاء الله السنة الجاية ده بيكون the greatest achievement and the greatest opportunity we can do talk about Equatorial issues، لأن ده أهم شيء اللي بيغير وضع تاعنا كاستوائيين. فأنا بتمنى من كل استواء اللي قاعد يسمعنا let's do this. فأنا بتفضل إنه فأنا بدي
أيوة brother Ethica.
أي
as you're speaking this out, say every time you're speaking it out, basically we the Equatorians, we have planned this, we are going to do this. It's not like Galiaki filan moyan wala organization moyan is going to do this. La, it is we
the Equatorian.
Yes, it is we the Equatorians are going to do this. We are going to do this because these kind of things, once we are there, once the structures are being formed, within those structures, there are going to be so much group I'll get a pop-up and we'll start taking some very, 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 very important tasks from there, and we'll take the torch and then continue, and then you see. So this is an initiative with Equatoria. So it is we are going to do it. It is we.
Yeah, I'll be Smaona. Please understand, we the Equatorians. Yes. My brother Sabata, and I thank you humbly because حاجة ده موضوع ده كله بخصنا. It concerns us all. ده ما موضوع واحد زول ده ما زعامة. Like my brother Sabata is doing, everyone sacrifice. Even, and I know, like for doing that, that's a lot of sacrifice, and I really appreciate it, brother. أرجوكم تعالوا join us on the August 8th. أنت قلت في المنطقة again؟ أنا نسيت المنطقة ده.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Arizona, okay.
August 18th.
August 18th. Yeah, يوم 18 أغسطس بالعربي. يوم 18 احنا عاوزين كل استوائيين اللي في أوروبا أستراليا كان فيكم تجوا. We need to, because that discussion لأنه في that time during that time من بداية السنة الجديد لحد ما وقت داك في حاجات تغيير حيتغير. عندنا نوريكم كلام ده يا استوائيين. في حاجات حيتغير. حاجات اللي حيتغير حيكون وضع استوائية، لأن احنا حنناقش موضوع بتاعنا لانترناشونال كوميونيتي. الحمد لله الحكومة الجديد جاي يغير الوضع، ما حيكون زي الحكومة القديم، حكومة أمريكا أنا قاصد. فأنا عاوز أول استوائيين يكونوا جاهزين ويكونوا عندهم الكلام الواضح، وأي زول استوائي اللي عنده يقدر يعمل عنده كفاءة إن كان فكري أو كان علمي يقدر يكون معانا عشان نقدر نغير وضع المستقبل تاع استوائيين. لأنه هسه استوائيين تاعنا كم 2 مليون قاعدين في يوغندا برام. خليك بقى من الخرطوم، من مصر، من يوغندا، من كونغو، كينيا، دي البرام كتار. فأرجوكم ده تضحية، وده في نفس الوقت it's a mission. يعني ده بيقول تقديم لتغيير وضع استوائيين. فأنا بتمنى من كل استواء اللي قاعد يسمعنا لازم نعمل حاجة تتغير. فأنا بشكر بعد سباتة and we will support that idea and we will definitely gonna advocate for it August 18 because ده يوم ذاته اللي بيذكر أجدادنا اللي قاموا، اللي ضحوا بحياتهم في وقت أنيانيا لما قاموا كان عملوا تضحية بتاعهم وقت داك. ناس ياو جوزيف لاغو ربنا يطول عمره، ده واحد من آخر الأبطال بتاعنا. نتمنى يوما ما هو يكون لسه عايش، لما حتى تطلع الدوبس حكومة ليوم واحد كتكريم إنه هو واحد من القادة بيستحق. and this guy did not fight for leadership, who fight for the liberty of Southerners. لكن unfortunately South Sudan betrayed him. Today Equatoria must stand with him لأنه هو ابن بتاعنا, and we want to stand with every Equatorian, and you got to take pride in Equatoria. لأنه زي ما قبلك برضه سباته وضح, nationalism is dead in South Sudan because there is no nationalism. كل زول نقدر يتبع على القبيلة بتاعه. لكن Equatorian, we're better than that, we're bigger than that. We believe in Equatorianism. To believe in Equatorianism, you are a nationalist by yourself. You don't have to go and join the others to be a nationalist. You are a nationalist because already we live in the nationalist society. احنا قبائل كثير في جوا إيكواتوريا. هسه قبائل تاعنا بيفوت قبائل تاع بحر الغزال ولا upper Nile, لأنه قبائل تاعنا مجموعة كبير وعندنا لغات. لكن look at the
that is why we call ourselves nation of Equatoria, Zaro.
Exactly. You know, احنا قبائل موجودة وعندنا لغات, لكن ما قدنا نفرق حالنا. عندنا التزاوج مع بعض, عندنا حتى sharing of culture, حتى anthropology بي agree with us انه احنا كنا جايين من عائلة واحد. لكن ديلك بيقولوا ما عائلة واحد, لكن look at the way how they behave. وهم اليوم ماسكين البلد, ماسكين جنوب السودان وماسكين العاصمة الاستوائية, واحنا كمان بقينا نردخ لهم. We begin to submit to their idea. We need to stand against this tyranny, against this primitivity. لأن ده ما طبيعة بتاعنا. Is it to believe in Equatoria? You're a son of Equatoria, you're a daughter of Equatoria. You need to take action. Time is now. Don't say time is tomorrow. For your children, for your wife, for your sisters اللي قاعدين يعملوا لهم abuse هناك, for ناس اللي قتلوهم وأجدادنا اللي طلعوا مقبرة بتاعهم خطوا فوق هوتيلات. We need to stand up for them because this are people. So أرجوكم أسمعونا, لأنه we are not here sitting here عشان نحن waste our time talking. We're here to talk about something. هسه كلنا هنا ده, we have commitment beside this. لكن we are giving our hearts to every Equatorian. خليه stand with us. Equatorians must stand, and please وإحنا هنعمله زي ما عملناه في دي سي. يوم داكا في دي سي مشينا عملنا مظاهرة. This August 18 we're gonna come together in Arizona to stand up, نوري العالم, and we will make sure we get all the international community, حتى في ناس هناك بيجي يتكلموا, you know. And this is not about praising who's the best, who's not the best. It's about speaking our issue. احنا قاعدين نرفع قضيتنا للعالم, لأنه القضية بتاعنا مهم جدا. Equatoria have been going through much. وإحنا يا هدف, إحنا يا أمل بتاع أخواننا في غابات ده, في مخيمات. Today, if you're in the West, if you live in England or live in Britain, live in England or live in Europe or whatever the countries, or even Australia or America, إنت جوزيف بتاع أخوانك الهناك. And remember, if you read the Bible, Joseph saved his brothers when he was in Egypt. So you guys are the Joseph. So when we come together, we're gonna make a difference. ونفس الوقت إحنا I will even ask you, I plead you, let's come and help put contribution عشان نطلع قروش نساعد أخواننا اللي في مخيمات ديلك, إن كان في يوغندا ولا السودان ولا whatever the places, نقدر نطلع قروش هناك في وقت الاجتماع. لكن أهم شيء عاوزين نوصل لهدف كيف نقدر نغير وضع بتاعنا كإيكاتوريان وحكومة بتاعنا اللي بيكون إيكاتوري, because we are going for separation. Let us not kid ourselves say في دولة, لأنه دولة ده فاشل. بعد أنت ما تقعد في دين. Let me remind Equatorians, you don't want to be in the under debit بتاع Dinka. And today they are back. They are taking money from China, money from Russia, money from Dubai, Arab countries, money from Egypt. Imagine even now هم going to bring Egyptian عشان يcontrol Upper Nile. أنت فاكر ما هيcontrol Equatoria لو أنت قاعد تخليهم أنت تقول جنوبي. Man, fight for your land. قول له أنا ما part of this because we never been part of the government. Government بتاع Dinka. Let them take that power with their own into their own Upper Nile. لكن إحنا Equatorian, we need to separate ourselves from that. لأنه ده a conundrum for our survival. فأرجوكم understand this position إن فوق ده. I'll give also brother Henaida Morris, sorry, عندك تعليق, and then I'll give Sabata to finalize his point there because we do a lot of points to say. Go ahead, brother Morris. Thank you for joining us. Unmute yourself. Oh, okay, sorry. I'll mute. My bad. Yeah, Father.
I muted this. Yes. Shukran, Shadid. Shukran. So, brother Sabata is clear. I'll message that the message only reach everyone, when all the proposal come out and everybody understand invitations for all these events taking place in August 18. That will help us, all of us. It is a good thing. Is a communication. When we have the communication connections, is the one who can make us reach our goals. But if there's no communication, that is a problem. Yes. So that is true, because we need to take real action as soon as possible. There's no delay, because always when we delay everything's, if it's not the coronavirus, we could do a lot of things right now. But because of coronavirus, it's hard. But next year, I hope things will work out better in next year, because all this is our prayer for the next year, because we are exhausted and we are tired. What is it? What we seeing in our online, that is people are suffering and people are dying and children get raped. So this is not something that is happened long time. No, it's happened right now. We speak, and this is something that is all of us as Equatorians. We should open our eyes and open our eyes. What we need to do right now is to open our eyes and take action. There's nothing else. So Sabata is speaking loud and clear, and Anna Mao agreed to support. And that day when it comes, I will be there, because we need to comfort each other. We need to come clear with each other, and Mafizol Begulana Kida, we are all one people. Whatever who you are, come to listen. Some kabartaki bukra mata gul sibwana bara. You need to come. Some people watching right now, they knows when something is happened to us, it's all of us. Happen to one of us, let us all come all together. And nagilim fi malbika, nagilim fi mal iris, and nagilim fi maladel kullu. Le biga anwa sasan haja al muhim linna tabelet. Haja ta muhim tal belet da lazim nihna kun kullu nemshu. Inshallah kan youth bidadna nagda na encourage min hasa. نقول يوم كده في كده يالتا الدنيا ده داير نقرا في شنو الماشي هناك هو بيجا فأجد كان نكتب نكتبوا تا invitation نكتب flyer or put flyer out to the people. ناس بقدر understand ما في زول بقدر forget it. ليه أنه أساسا بيكون يزول عنده إلمان يوم كده نحن عندنا كده because سارتمانيا ده أوجي جا بيجا سارتيسا هو خلاص بيكون لبا ده and it's too soon. But if we do on 18, it's gonna be good for us. So أنا بشكر كل everybody الناس اللي برا هناك اللي بيفرجوا وأنا my condolences also to ناس بتاعنا lost في لانيا وفي تركيكا. So كل ربنا يكونوا معهم and ربنا بيعنكي سمون. إن شاء الله في تابع كلهم ناس عايشين فوقه ونشكر أبونا تاعنا كمان برضو. الكل stand with us إن شاء الله كان في مطر هو جاي دوره. So ده كلي كمان ربنا كلي ساعده من شديد because أنه really there is no way out. لازم it is only us to come out and stand up for our right because ما في كواجه بجحامي هنا ما في عرب بجاب حامي هنا يا هذا بيجا هنا جنوبين براو كوري براو. So that is the thing that إن شاء الله كان 3 نفر بكرة بلد نقدر ساعدوا الناس بتاعنا because تعب ده ما استعب اللي نحن شغلنا فوقه. نحن شغلنا انه اساسا إيكواتوريا ده كان ما في حرب، كان حرب ده زاد وكان 200 كان اجسم اسفل كان سقط بدري. نحن في مصر لمينا قروش لمينا شنو هي حاجه مساعده انه اساسا الاسفل بقدر وين، لكن كان ساكت كان من دون إيكواتوريانز. Asa Thomas Alumunga Alice asa Thomas Bekra Thomas because are who fighters Zolta fighter Zolta lakin anno sasa numun ma dairin admit that is a problem right now. Alumun ma dair admitting Zol le kan jaba dem bekun dangerous lena fa nazel umun ma dairin ta shatir de inta Zol smart nazel ma dairin ta fi belet khalas o ma dair shufa le tagadu mu ma da rasat iyalta madrasa sakit asumun girofutu iyalta jama وسيادات كله المزور بوديله كله يال بتام كله سنمشي لقدام. So they are just more plan. Somebody have planned للناس بتاعك انت لازم تعين ساكي كده بقينا انت بعين ماجورتي امباسادورز كله في محل ياتم فيهم كل عالم ده كله امباسادور دي الزاد الموكو تون ما بعرف يصرف الدبلوماتي ما عنده زاد بيرسوناليتي ما عندهم اي حاجه في موكو ما عنده شخصيه ان السياسه في موكو انا اقدر ان موبلايز ناس في دوله ثانيه نو هسه ناس منو بلد بقى شنو بلد قاعد زي ركوبه بس اساسا ركوبه المقدور الموتر كل يوم جاي ينزل فوقه بيكوز ما في ناس هسه ناس بقى هم جيفوتيس شنو جيفوتيس ممكن ناس المجرمين تاع فلسطينيين ده والمصريين انه اساسا بدفع لهم قروش اساسا من بقدر يعيشوا لكن دوله افريقيه منو يستن مود Southern Sudan هسه there's nobody so this is our chance to stand up right now and just fight for our right ما في حاجه اسمه او ده انا جاي من فلان ما في زول بكاف من انسان موتوا ده واحد كان قال في بجور بيتك انت بيموتوا ما في مشكله ده هي حاجه كان انت زادوا قاعد وين يوم ما كان جاي انت بيموتوا جينا لقد في امريكا كيف كان ما ربنا يا انكس هنا كان ما وصلنا هنا نتيمنا شديد زي انا ده اشتغلنا في دارفور اشتغلنا في مجلة في محلات ده كله نحن يان كيدز لكن انه ربنا كله بحافظك من دبيب من كل اي حاجه من اقرب ولا اي حاجه ده بيجي في قدام تاكي يلا بقى الانسان البني ادم اللي جاي يستعمر تا وانت قاعد دا كوتاكي انت بتقول ان ويلكم ذيس because this is our brother لكن he been turned against you as an enemy who's الدبيب الانسان الدبيب ما بتقدر تعيش معه وهسه كل جنوب السودان زاد كله هسه كل الناس عرفوا كل قبائل جنوب السودان عارف كان شلو كان نوير كان انيوان كان اسم شنو زاندي كان انادا كان لوا كان شنو كل قبائل عارفوا انه this is the people ما بيجيب سلام في البلد ف it is our right now to stand up and do whatever necessary for us to accomplish something to save our life of our people to protect our people, to protect our land. Because هسه البلد ده نجي نلقوا خلاص بيجوا خلاص للناس مصريين هسه بيقول الفلاحين